What's up guys, Rogue9 here. The Battlefront 2 loot box scandal is only a few months in the past and it seems that the controversies are not over yet. Rainbow Six Siege has just announced a new set of versions for those buying the game for the first time in year 3 and the price is going to increase considerably. At the same time, they have shared a few details of a new type of limited time only Outbreak pack loot boxes and this has led to a significant outcry from fans of the game. This in turn has already elicited a response from Ubisoft, and in this video I want to briefly cover the details of the news before discussing whether or not the new version options of the game are worth the price hike and what I think of the new loot packs. Ubi. One thing I can say for sure is that introducing new loot pack options into the game so shortly after the Battlefront 2 disaster was always going to be a risky move, and so far it seems to have backfired. When I checked the Rainbow Six subreddit yesterday, the top 2 posts were pinned moderator threads about the new Year 3 plans, and out of the top 9 posts below that, 8 were either outright rants or negative feedback threads, all related to the new loot crate system. The community has spoken and their voices were loud and clear. But before I get into my thoughts on these loot packs, let me first quickly talk about the new versions of the game and whether or not the extras that the new players will be getting justify the increased price. If you're not interested in this part of the video, check my pinned comment below for a timestamp to skip straight to the loot pack discussion instead. So, game versions. At the moment, we have 4 of them: Starter, Standard, Gold and Complete, and according to the Ubisoft news release, this was not supposed to change except for the fact that the Standard Edition was going to be renamed to Advanced Edition, but in their response to players' concerns, Ubisoft have already promised to keep the Standard Edition available at the current price in future. The features for the Starter Edition are going to be exactly the same and the price is not changing, so we can focus our analysis on the last 3 editions instead. Quick note though, the response message from Ubi highlights that they are reworking this edition and will be sharing news on what it will include during the Year 3 reveal in February. Now over to the other 3 editions, and let me jump straight to the last one, the Complete Edition, since this one is pretty simple. Up until the switch over to the new version on February 13th, 2018, you can buy the Complete Edition with Year 1 and 2 Season Passes included for $90, and after that you can get the new Complete Edition with Year 1, 2 and 3 passes for $130, which is essentially the exact same price as the current version plus the Year 3 pass. Basically, the new version costs the same, and Ubi will even throw in 10 of the new Outbreak loot packs, so yes, the new version is $40 extra, but you're going to get $40 of additional content plus the loot packs, so I would say the price increase here is justified and makes sense. For the 2 middle versions, the price is going to increase by $20 each, and for the Gold Edition, all you're getting extra for your money is the 10 Outbreak packs, while for the Advanced Edition you get the 10 packs plus 600 credits. What this boils down to for both of these versions is that you will get a few extra cosmetic items, but you will have to cough up $20 extra. To be fair, the 10 loot packs alone will cost you around $20, so again, price-wise it will work out exactly the same as before, plus you can get another 600 credits for the Advanced Edition over the Standard Edition. So I guess here it's up to every player individually to choose whether or not the extra cosmetic items are worth the price increase. My summary is that yes, the price is going up for a couple of the versions, but the additional content that you will be unlocking ends up working out to be pretty exactly worth the extra cost, and now that the Standard version is here to stay, nobody needs to pay the extra $20 in return for cosmetic items unless they want to, and that's a good thing in my opinion. But now over to the really hot topic in all of this, the new Outbreak loot packs. These new packs that will become available with the launch of Year 3 Season 1 are different from the currently available alpha packs in a lot of ways. Firstly, they will contain a total of 50 different exclusive items that you won't be able to get anywhere else, and they will only be available for the duration of the Operation Outbreak special event, which will run for 4 weeks. You will not be able to unlock these packs by playing, there will be no random drops, and you will not be able to use renown points to buy these packs. Instead, they can only be purchased with Rainbow Six credits, i.e. real money, and they will cost 300 R6 credits each. How much is that in actual money? Well, R6 credits can be purchased through various channels and of course in different currencies, but here is a screenshot of the in-game shopping page as it appears for UK residents, and as you can see, they're not cheap at all. With a bronze or silver bundle, the cost of a single Outbreak pack comes to £2.25, which is around $3.19. Of course, if you buy the larger bundles, the price per R6 credit goes down, but that doesn't change the fact that with 50 packs up for grabs, anyone looking to buy all of these new skins will need to spend a considerable amount of cash. So let's break this down. Why is the addition of new packs causing so much disappointment and anger among Rainbow Six players? There are a lot of negatives here. Firstly, the packs are expensive and there is no way to grind for them. The contents of the packs is exclusive and there is no way of buying specific items directly. You can only get them through random chance, and that means that if there is a specific skin you really want, you may end up having to buy a whole bunch of packs before you get the one you want. The packs are available for a limited time only. This is a psychological trick that creates a sense of urgency and exclusivity, which may drive more people to spend money on the packs. In fact, there are a number of psychological tricks at work here. For instance, using alternative currency, R6 credits, instead of actual money, serves to obscure how much you are really spending and can lead players to spend more money than they would normally feel comfortable doing. Loot packs in and of themselves involve a sense of anticipation and excitement at what you may get out of your pack that you simply don't get by straight up buying the same item, and this activation of the dopaminergic pathways in your brain instills a subconscious feeling of reward for buying and opening the pack that will lead to a greater chance of future purchases. Also, every player will get 4 packs for free at the start of the event. This may sound like a nice gesture, but it is in fact a calculated move that gives players a first taste of these packs and may even make them jealous of an item one of their friends ended up with. This may also encourage future purchases. Speaking of free packs, the fact that new buyers can get 10 free packs included in the game, and players who have bought every season pass since launch will not get that reward, has also caused existing players to feel as if they're being treated unfairly. And quite understandably so, I think. On the plus side, there are also a few positives to point out. The packs will only contain cosmetic items, so no one will gain a gameplay advantage by spending real money. There will also be no duplicate items in these packs, so you will never have to buy more than 46 of them to get all of the available skins. A slightly different version of Ash's Elite uniform will still be available for direct purchase, but of course, as has just been announced by Ubisoft, everyone who plays an online match between now and the 6th of March will receive this uniform for free. So there's the summary of this mess, and now let me give you my personal thoughts on it. I fully believe that this whole system was set up to maximize the financial gain from this special Outbreak event. Instead of being able to buy the skin you want directly, you have to buy a random chance pack, and then of course there are all these little sales tricks that I've already listed above. And if this announcement hadn't caused so much outrage, there may well have been quite a few players who would have spent some serious money on these cosmetic items. But I also think that the large majority of players will not be affected by this in any way. Those of us who spend no money at all on unlocking cosmetics simply won't buy any of these packs, and we will continue to enjoy the game as we always have. On the other hand, those who regularly purchase skin bundles and uniforms will not really be affected either. If you're one of the people who enjoy the cosmetic items and you spend money on them quite regularly, then the fact that these new and exclusive skins are coming wrapped up in loot packs won't make a difference to you because you'll just buy most of them anyway. The people who may have ended up spending more than usual would have been the people in between. Those who spend money on specific cosmetics every now and then could well have ended up buying a number of packs or even all of them, and maybe some still will. But I'm guessing that after the widespread discussion on this matter, a lot of players in this specific group will think twice about spending any money on these packs and any other cosmetics in future. I fully understand the indignation of existing players that new players will receive 10 packs bundled into their game, but as discussed earlier, apart from the $130 version, new players will be paying the full price for these packs, so they're not even getting anything for free. But since the complete edition comes with the packs at no extra cost, I would love to see players who have bought all 3 season passes receive that same reward. But having said that, I think that Ubisoft's gesture of giving away the Elite uniform to existing players for free is also an acceptable way of showing the community that long-term players are also valued. To round things off, yes, I think that loot boxes are a sneaky way to get people to spend more money than they normally would, and I think it is great that gamers, not just in Rainbow Six but across the board, are making it very clear that these kinds of sales tactics will no longer be accepted. But for me personally, and I think a lot of other players as well, this new trend won't make a significant difference. I simply don't spend any money on cosmetic items full stop, so adding limited time only cosmetic items wrapped in boxes designed to trigger the subconscious reward mechanisms in our brains just won't affect me at all. I will be looking forward to the new content, the new Outbreak gameplay, which I assume will introduce a new PvE mode to the game, definitely excited for that, and there will be 2 new operators with new weapons and gadgets to explore. And all of this, as always, is available to all players essentially for free if you choose to unlock the operators with Renown instead of the Season Pass. And that is a good thing to remember. Rainbow Six has come an awfully long way since its release, with constant gameplay improvements and content updates, and providing this kind of service does cost money. We would not be able to enjoy the game we have today if Ubisoft as a company was not able to make money from it, and out of all of the different possibilities of funding this ongoing development, optional cosmetic sales and optional early access season passes are actually quite good in my opinion. If you have the money to spend and you enjoy the skins or the quicker access to the operators, then you can choose to support the game in this manner, and if not, you can still unlock everything for free. I like that Ubisoft have already reacted to the community's concerns. I like that they are keeping the standard edition and reworking the starter edition, and I like that existing players will get a free Elite uniform to make up for the fact that new players will get 10 extra Outbreak packs. And if you're not a fan of loot crates, don't boycott the game you love like some people have been suggesting on Reddit. Play the game, have a good time, and just make the conscious decision not to buy any Outbreak packs. Companies will use the sales techniques that work the best, and if loot packs don't work, then I'm sure that we will see Rainbow Six return to the existing model of making bundles available for direct purchase instead. But as always, those are just my opinions. What are your thoughts on these recent announcements, and will you be buying any Outbreak packs? Let me know in the comments section below, and if you are interested in more information about how loot crates are specifically designed to increase sales, I recommend that you check out the recent series of videos released by MatPat on his Game Theorists channel. Really interesting stuff there. And with that, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next episode.